Unstoppable. Unlocking Your Inner Power. A book on motivation, growth, and transformation, by LionKing. Introduction. The fire that never dies. Every human being is born with a spark. This spark is not visible to the eye, but it is felt deeply within the soul. It is the hunger to live, to dream, to become more than what we are. Yet, for most of us, life happens. We grow up, responsibilities pile on, failures discourage us, people doubt us, and slowly, that inner fire begins to dim. This book is not just another self-help manual. It is your companion, your mentor, and your reminder that the fire within you is eternal. It may have been hidden under years of fear, doubt, or routine, but it is still alive, waiting to burst into flames. You hold in your hands the map to unlock that power. Each chapter is designed to push you beyond your comfort zone, to challenge the excuses you've been feeding yourself, and to build a version of you that is unstoppable. Motivation is not about a single speech, a single video, or a single book. It is about a lifestyle, a mindset, a daily commitment to growth. You don't need to change the entire world today, you just need to take one step forward. Because one step leads to another, and before you know it, you've built a life of greatness. This is not just my promise, it is a universal truth. You already have everything you need to rise. Let's begin. Chapter 1. The Spark Within. Close your eyes for a moment. Think about a time when you felt truly alive. Maybe it was when you achieved something people thought was impossible. Maybe it was the moment someone told you, "I believe in you." Or maybe it was when you believed in yourself, even if only for a second. That feeling, that electricity, that is your spark. The forgotten flame. As children, we dream without limits. We imagine flying, becoming superheroes, leading kingdoms, or exploring galaxies. No dream is too big. But as we grow, society whispers, "Be realistic. Don't aim too high. That's not possible." These voices don't come from evil, they come from fear. Parents fear we'll get hurt. Teachers fear we'll fail. Friends fear we'll leave them behind. Slowly, the spark fades under layers of doubt. But here's the truth, the spark never dies. It waits. Like embers buried under ashes, all it takes is one breath, one challenge, one moment of courage, and the fire ignites again. Your why. Every great story starts with a reason. Your life will transform the day you discover your why. Why do you wake up in the morning? Why do you want success? Why do you want to grow? If your why is weak, you will quit at the first sign of pain. But if your why is powerful, you will endure anything. So ask yourself, what's my why? Write it, repeat it, live by it, because your spark is the seed, but your why is the fuel. Chapter 2. The Power of Mindset. The greatest battles are not fought on battlefields, but within the human mind. Fixed mindset versus growth mindset. Psychologist Carol Dweck introduced two mindsets that change everything. Fixed mindset. Believing abilities are unchangeable. I'm not smart enough. I'm not talented enough. Growth mindset. Believing abilities can be developed through effort and learning. I can learn. I can improve. I can grow. The difference may look small, but it decides whether you stay stuck or rise beyond limits. Imagine two students failing a math test. The one with a fixed mindset says, "I'm bad at math. I'll never get it," and gives up. The one with a growth mindset says, "I need to study differently. I'll figure this out," and eventually succeeds. Same situation, different results, because of mindset. The voice in your head. Every day, you are in conversation with yourself. One voice says, "I can't." Another whispers, "Maybe I can." Which voice do you listen to? Here's a secret. Both voices will always exist. Even the most successful people doubt themselves. The difference is, they choose which voice becomes louder. Your inner dialogue shapes your outer reality. If you tell yourself you're a loser, you will live like one. If you tell yourself you're a learner, a fighter, a winner, you will rise like one. Reprogramming the mind. Your brain is like a computer. It runs on programs, habits, beliefs, and thoughts. The good news is, you can reprogram it. Replace "I can't" with "I will learn." Replace "I failed" with "I found a way that didn't work." Replace "this is too hard" with "this is training me to be stronger." When you change your thoughts, you change your world. Chapter 3. Breaking the Chains of Fear. Fear is the invisible prison that holds billions of people captive. We don't try because we fear failure. We don't speak because we fear judgment. We don't dream because we fear disappointment. Fear doesn't stop you from dying, it stops you from living. The illusion of fear. Most fears are not real. They are shadows created by your imagination. Think about it. You fear giving a speech. But what's the worst that happens? People laugh. You survive. You fear starting a business. But what's the worst that happens? You fail, you learn, you try again. You fear rejection. But what's the worst that happens? Someone says no. Life goes on. Fear only has power if you believe its lies. The antidote to fear. The only way to destroy fear is action. You cannot think fear away. You must act in spite of it. Every time you face fear, it shrinks. Every time you avoid it, it grows. Imagine fear as a bully. The more you run, the stronger it gets. The day you stand up, it loses all power. So next time fear whispers, "What if you fail?" Answer back, "What if I succeed?" Part 2. Chapter 4. Discipline, the bridge between dreams and reality. Dreams are beautiful. They ignite our imagination, give us hope, and fill our hearts with excitement. But here's the truth, dreams alone are not enough. Dreams without discipline are like seeds without water. They will never grow. The hard truth about success. Look at any great achiever, athletes, artists, entrepreneurs, scientists. What do they all have in common? It's not just talent. It's not just luck. It's not even opportunity. The secret is discipline, the ability to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. A runner doesn't train only on days he feels motivated. A writer doesn't write only when inspiration strikes. A soldier doesn't prepare only when the sun is shining. They show up, every single day. That's discipline. Motivation versus discipline. Motivation is temporary. It's the spark that gets you started. But discipline is permanent. It's the engine that keeps you going. Motivation says, "I'll work out because I feel inspired." Discipline says, "I'll work out because it's part of who I am." Motivation is an emotion. Discipline is a decision. If you rely only on motivation, you'll quit when life gets tough. But if you build discipline, you'll keep moving forward no matter what. Small acts, big change. Discipline is not about massive sacrifices. It's about small consistent acts. Waking up 30 minutes earlier. Writing 1 page a day. Saving a little money every month. Do it daily, and small acts become unstoppable momentum. Remember, success is never owned, it is rented. And rent is due every day. Chapter 5. The Power of Habits. If discipline is the bridge, habits are the bricks. Your life is the sum of your habits. Show me your habits, and I'll show you your future. Why habits matter. Most of what we do every day is not the result of conscious decisions. It's habits. The way you brush your teeth, check your phone, eat, work, think, habits shape everything. Good habits create a life of strength. Bad habits create a life of struggle. The good news? Habits can be built, changed, and replaced. The habit loop. Every habit works in a loop. 1. Cue, the trigger that starts it. E.g., alarm goes off. 2. Routine, the behavior. E.g., snoozing the alarm, or getting up. 3. Reward, the outcome. E.g., more sleep, or feeling accomplished. If you want to build new habits, control the cue and the reward. Want to exercise? Put your workout clothes next to your bed, cue, and reward yourself with a small celebration after the workout. Want to read daily? Keep a book on your desk, cue, and reward yourself with tea after reading. The compound effect. Habits compound like interest. Doing a small positive action daily doesn't feel big at first, but over months and years, it creates massive results. Reading 10 pages a day equals 12 plus books a year. Saving just 100 rupees a day equals 36,500 rupees a year. Exercising 20 minutes a day equals better health, longer life. Tiny habits create giant transformations. Breaking bad habits. Bad habits don't disappear, they must be replaced. If you scroll your phone before bed, replace it with listening to music or reading. If you snack on junk, replace it with fruits in easy reach. If you complain daily, replace it with gratitude journaling. Your habits decide your destiny. Choose wisely. Chapter 6. The energy of passion. Discipline and habits build the structure. But passion is the energy that fuels the journey. What is passion? Passion is not just liking something. It is the deep fire that makes you lose track of time, the thing that excites your soul. When you work with passion, work doesn't feel like work, it feels like purpose. Finding your passion. Many people say, I don't know my passion. The truth is, passion is not found, it is built. To discover your passion, ask yourself, what do I enjoy learning about endlessly? What work makes me feel alive? What problems would I love to solve for others? Experiment, explore, fail, and try again. Passion grows through action, not waiting. Passion plus discipline equals greatness. Passion without discipline is wasted energy. Discipline without passion is lifeless effort. But passion with discipline creates unstoppable greatness. Think of great leaders, inventors, and artists. They had passion for their vision and discipline to pursue it daily, even when it was hard. Edison had passion for invention, but discipline to try thousands of times before the light bulb worked. Sachin Tendulkar had passion for cricket, but discipline to practice tirelessly. Steve Jobs had passion for design, but discipline to refine products endlessly. The flow state. When you work with passion and focus, you enter the flow state. In flow, time disappears, creativity explodes, and you perform at your best. This is the sweet spot of life. Doing what you love, with discipline, for a greater purpose. Part 3. Chapter 7. Courage, the heart of growth. If discipline is the bridge and habits are the bricks, then courage is the heartbeat of progress. Without courage, even the best plans remain trapped in fear. What is courage? Courage is not the absence of fear. It's moving forward despite fear. The soldier who steps onto the battlefield feels fear, but moves anyway. The student who speaks in public feels nervous, but speaks anyway. The entrepreneur who starts a business feels uncertain, but acts anyway. Courage is not about being fearless. It's about being brave enough to act. Fear. Friend or enemy? Fear is not always the enemy. Fear shows you what matters. If you fear failure, it means success matters to you. If you fear rejection, it means connection matters to you. If you fear speaking, it means your voice matters. Fear points to growth. Where there is fear, there is opportunity. The 20-second rule of courage. You don't need courage for hours. You need it for 20 seconds. 20 seconds to make that phone call. 20 seconds to step on stage. 20 seconds to send that proposal. Once you start, momentum takes over. Courage is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it grows. The price of inaction. Think about it. How many dreams die not because people failed, but because they never even tried? The pain of failure is temporary. The pain of regret lasts forever. It is better to try and fail, than to live with, what if? Chapter 8. Resilience, rising after the fall. Life will knock you down. That's guaranteed. The question is, will you stay down, or will you rise again? That is resilience, the ability to bounce back stronger after setbacks. Failure is not final. Failure is not the opposite of success. Failure is part of success. Every achiever has failed. Thomas Edison failed 1,000 times before creating the light bulb. Colonel Sanders faced 1,009 rejections before KFC took off. J.K. Rowling was rejected by 12 publishers before Harry Potter became a global success. The difference? They didn't stop at failure. They kept going. The growth mindset. Resilient people see failure differently. Instead of saying, I failed, they say, I learned. This is the growth mindset, the belief that you can improve through effort and learning. Obstacles are not roadblocks. They are stepping stones. Bouncing back stronger. When life knocks you down. 1. Pause. Take a breath. Accept what happened. 2. Learn. Ask, what is this teaching me? 3. Adjust. Change your approach. 4. Rise. Get back up and try again. Every time you rise, you become stronger than before. The power of persistence. Resilience is persistence with patience. A river cuts through rock not because of strength, but because of persistence. Keep going, keep pushing, keep believing. One day, your persistence will break through. Chapter 9. The Power of Focus. In today's world, the biggest challenge is not lack of resources, it's lack of focus. We are surrounded by distractions, social media, notifications, endless noise. Focus has become rare, but focus is power. Why focus matters. Success doesn't come from doing everything. It comes from doing the right things, consistently. When you focus, you channel your energy like a laser, sharp, concentrated, unstoppable. The 80-20th rule. Not all tasks are equal. The 80-20th rule says, 80% of results come from 20% of efforts. Focus on the few things that truly matter. Eliminate the rest. If you're studying, focus on the key chapters. If you're in business, focus on top customers. If you're growing skills, focus on the most impactful ones. Deep work. Deep work is the ability to concentrate without distraction on meaningful tasks. It is the opposite of multitasking. Multitasking divides attention, deep work multiplies results. To practice deep work, block time daily for focused work. Turn off notifications. Work in silence. Take short breaks to recharge. 1 hour of deep work can be worth 5 hours of shallow work. Saying no. Focus also means saying no. Every yes to distraction is a no to your dream. Learn to protect your time. Learn to say no to things that don't align with your goals. Your focus creates your future. Guard it carefully. Part 4. Chapter 10. The Role of Consistency. Motivation can start the journey, but consistency finishes it. Why consistency matters. Imagine a drop of water falling on a rock. One drop does nothing, but drops falling every day for years can carve a hole in solid stone. That is the power of consistency. Small actions, repeated daily, create big results. Reading 10 pages daily equals 3,650 pages in a year. Saving a small amount daily equals financial freedom over time. Exercising 30 minutes daily equals strong health and fitness. Greatness is built not in one day, but in everyday effort. The myth of overnight success. We admire people who become overnight successes. But in truth, there is no overnight success. Behind every overnight success are years of consistent effort, unseen by the world. Consistency is the secret ingredient no one sees, but everyone benefits from. The compound effect. Consistency creates a compound effect. Small daily improvements compound into massive growth. 1% better every day for a year equals 37 times better by year's end. That's the magic of consistency. How to build consistency. 1. Start small. Do something so easy you can't fail. 2. Set a routine. Link your new habit to an existing habit. 3. Track progress. Use a calendar, journal, or app. 4. Be patient. Results take time. Don't quit early. Consistency turns ordinary into extraordinary. Chapter 11. Energy, fuel for success. Success is not just about hard work. It's also about energy. You can't perform at your best if you are drained, tired, and unfocused. Energy is the fuel that powers achievement. The 3 types of energy. 1. Physical energy, your body's health and fitness. 2. Mental energy, your ability to think, focus, and learn. 3. Emotional energy, your mood, resilience, and relationships. To succeed, you must manage all 3. Physical energy. Your body is the foundation. Without health, everything collapses. Eat nourishing foods. Exercise regularly. Sleep well. Stay hydrated. When your body is strong, your mind is sharp. Mental energy. Your brain needs fuel too. Limit distractions. Practice meditation or mindfulness. Take breaks to recharge. Feed your brain with learning. A calm, focused mind produces powerful results. Emotional energy. Your emotions influence your energy. Surround yourself with positive people. Avoid toxic relationships. Practice gratitude daily. Laugh, smile, and celebrate small wins. Positive emotions multiply your energy. Negative emotions drain it. Energy rituals. Build daily rituals to recharge. Morning exercise. Journaling gratitude. Deep breathing. Reading something inspiring. Energy is not something you have, it's something you create. Chapter 12. The power of self-discipline. If motivation is the spark, self-discipline is the engine. Self-discipline is the ability to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. Why self-discipline beats motivation. Motivation is temporary. It comes and goes. Discipline is permanent. It stays. Motivation wakes you up once. Discipline wakes you up daily. Winners are not the most motivated. They are the most disciplined. The freedom of discipline. Discipline may feel like restriction, but it actually creates freedom. Discipline with money equals financial freedom. Discipline with health equals freedom from disease. Discipline with time equals freedom to live how you want. True freedom is built on discipline. How to build self-discipline. 1. Clear goals. Know why you are doing it. 2. Remove temptations. Make bad habits hard, good habits easy. 3. Use accountability. Share your goals with someone who checks in. 4. Reward progress. Celebrate small wins. 5. Be consistent. Show up daily, even when you don't want to. The inner battle. Discipline is a daily battle between what you want now and what you want most. The lazy self whispers, rest, quit, tomorrow. The disciplined self answers, today. Keep going. Each time you choose discipline, you strengthen your future. Chapter 13. Courage to face failure. Failure is not the opposite of success, it is part of success. Why failure scares us. From childhood, we are told, don't make mistakes. Don't fail exams. Don't lose games. We grow up fearing failure, as if it defines us. But in truth, failure is simply feedback. It tells us what doesn't work, so we can find what does. Every success story has failures. Thomas Edison failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb. Colonel Sanders faced over 1,000 rejections before selling his KFC recipe. J.K. Rowling was rejected by 12 publishers before Harry Potter became a global success. Failure is not the end. It is the doorway.